Hi ladies, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a chatty get ready with me, and it's going to be all Milani products. I think I have enough Milani products to do a full makeup look, so I am just going to go for it. I didn't think of this in advance. Some of the products I've had for a long time and I know them very well and I know that I love them, and a couple of them are new to me. So let's just jump in and get started. But before we do, I just want to address the elephant in the room. I don't know if you've noticed, my daughter cut my hair again last night. The aim has always been to let my bangs grow out and catch up to the rest of my hair. And the only way that will happen is if the rest of my hair gets shorter. So I've just been loving short hair over the past year. If you've been watching me, you know I had hair all the way down to my waist about a year ago, and I cut it shorter, and now it's just been going shorter and shorter just because I've been loving short hair, especially in the summertime. Actually, I've been loving it all year round. It's a little funky today. I did color it last night, and then I went to sleep after I put my conditioner in and slept with it wet. So I've got this little thing going on right here, which I will address at some point, during the day. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and put my hair back, and then we'll start getting ready. Okay, so I've got my weird clips in my hair just to get it out of my face while I put my makeup on. A pet peeve of mine, I don't have a lot of pet peeves, but one is when someone is putting makeup on when they have their hair in their face, you know, when their makeup is getting in their hair. If you've ever seen a video like that, I'm always like, oh, all I can focus on is the hair getting the makeup in it. So I always like to have my hair out of my face. And I know I'm probably guilty of doing that a time or two. So anyway, the first thing I'm using is my Milani Screen Queen foundation. I really like this foundation a lot. It's got the blue light blocking in it. So it's kind of like a newer technology in our foundations and our sunblocks and things like that, and moisturizers. I did do a video on this when I first started using it, a full review, and I'll link that below in case you'd like to see that video and know more about this foundation. But so anyways, I feel like our country, or the world is going to hell in a handbasket. Have you been feeling like that lately? I feel like we have been, well, I don't feel like, I know we've been in quarantine for almost 3 months, or probably about 3 months. And coming out of this, we have the George Floyd murder. And that was so unnerving this week to see the footage of that all over the TV. I don't like to talk about political issues or anything like that on my channel, but I feel like this is something that we are all, well, even coronavirus, it's like we're all dealing with this. And now everybody is rioting all over America, and they want justice, and rightfully so, because it's just horrible what happened. I did hear yesterday that the police officer who murdered George Floyd was arrested. And then I found out his wife is also divorcing him. So, you know, I don't know the details about that. But I feel like our world is just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. There's locusts eating the crops in India. So their food supply is being very damaged by that. And they're already a country that is under so much stress from poverty. And anyway, it just has me thinking about a lot of things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how much worse can things get? Okay, I'm using my Milani. This is a palette I told you all I wasn't gonna purchase, but I purchased the other one. Let me see. I purchased, these are the most wanted palettes, and I purchased the warm colored one, very sunny warm colors, and I could not resist this one too. I just really wanted to try the berry colors or the rosy colors because I love rose colors in the spring and summer. I just feel like it's such a soft and pretty look, and that's what I want to achieve with this look today. So I got this palette, and you can see I've used it a little bit already, and I know that I like it. I wanted to not do a first impression. I wanted to wear it a few times. I feel like Milani palettes are as good as high-end do you agree with me? I feel like they're creamy, they're blendable, they're long lasting. I mean, they do all the things that really, really great eyeshadows do. I like Anastasia eyeshadows, and I can almost kind of compare the creaminess to that, especially with these newer palettes. I feel like they're very, very creamy. The downside to that is that you go through them sooner. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing my eyes. I'll just show you what I'm doing. I won't talk about it while I'm doing it. But I feel like they're so creamy, and you do go through creamier products faster. Because, I mean, they're not creams, they're definitely powders, but you know what I mean? It's like you just kind of like, the texture of them is so lovely, but it's kind of like that texture that you can really make a dent in, which I kind of like. I mean, these are not expensive palettes, and I want to be able to use them up. Okay, now I'm just gonna use this actually I'm gonna use this darker color to kind of do my outer V. And I'll do my crease and my outer V. So anyway, that had me really down the other day, and my daughters are very, you know, kind of progressive in their thinking. They're college students, and their thoughts typically, or their beliefs, aren't as conservative as mine, but it's really eye-opening to talk to them and hear their perspective on things too. And we've been having, not debates like in a bad way, like arguments or anything like that, but like I would share my perspective on something with them, and then they would kind of challenge my thinking. And I really like that because it does kind of open my eyes to a new way of thinking. So I really do appreciate having young people in my house to talk to about these issues going on in the world. But gosh, it's just, my heart just breaks for George Floyd's family. I just can't even imagine what they're going through right now. And I can't even imagine what that police officer is going through right now. He made such a bad choice. And I just feel like evil is running amok and trying to destroy and terrorize us. You know, everywhere you look, something horrible is happening. And I've just been, you know, I had talked to you about my prayer life being a little bit stagnant. Well, it has totally jump-started my prayer life. I've just been definitely taking more time to pray for the world, to pray for our leaders, to pray for the families of these people. And anyway, I don't want to go off on a tangent about that. I don't want this to get political at all. I know that we're not supposed to despair. You know, if you're a Christian, we're not supposed to, you know, feel despair, because at the end of the day, we know who wins, and we know that justice will be served. It will be served for sure. So, you know, knowing that gives me peace. But gosh, just such scary times we're living in. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do for my eyes. I just used a few colors. I'm sorry if I didn't show you everything. I used that for my transition color. I used this in my crease to kind of box everything in. And what else did I do? Oh, and then I kind of added a little bit of this kind of warmer pink. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna take this little color right here that has some sparkle to it and just press that in the inner corner and on my mobile lid. It's really pretty. The other palette, the oranger toned palette, has a really pretty sparkly gold color that really makes the whole look come together. Okay, so there's that. So Illinois, the state I live in, is now on stage 2 or 3 of opening up from quarantine. And so this weekend, yesterday, restaurants opened up for half capacity, and you can do outdoor seating only. So last evening, my husband Larry really wanted to go to a restaurant. So I was a little reluctant at first, but I thought if we're eating outside and it's at half capacity, why not? So we did go out to a restaurant, and we had the best time. My 2 sons came with us, and it was just like a kind of burger joint in our neighborhood, and it was so good. I had cheese quesadillas, and they tasted so good. It was like so much better. It seemed like the food tasted better than what we've been eating at home, and we've been eating really good at home. But there's nothing like someone just filling your iced tea for you whenever it's empty, or bringing you more sour cream if you need it. It was just a small pleasure in life that I'm really appreciating again. Okay, so I do have a Milani brow product that I don't use all that often, but I've been using it lately and I'm starting to really like it. And it's this little pot. I got rid of the brush that came with it. I didn't intentionally get rid of it. I just can't find it. So I'm just using an angled brush, a very skinny angled brush. And it seems to work for me. And mine is in the color Soft Brown, I believe. I'll link the colors below for everything that I'm talking about. But I really like it, and it's kind of, it doesn't really budge very easily, which is nice. So if you're someone who wears brow product because you really have to, and like my sister is like that, and she worries about her brows coming off during the day, this would be a good product for that. I just use it to like fill in my brows and kind of cover up any of those like little white ones that are coming in, those grandpa brows that are just, you know, long and wiry. So I've got a few of those coming in. So this covers them up very nicely. I don't want to pluck them all out because what do they say? 2 more will grow in. No, I'm just kidding. That's not really true. But I don't want to pluck them out and get a bald patch in my brows because, you know, we need all the brows we can get as we get over 50. And I don't really overdraw my brows. I really just fill them in. And I really like the color of this. It seems to match my hair perfectly. So yeah, this little Milani product is very, very nice. Okay, I really want to use this blush, Coral Cove. I still have not used it. I got it a couple days ago, but I was trying this new palette for the past couple of days and they don't go together. This one will go with my more orangey toned palette or my neutral palette. Oh my gosh, this would be so pretty with a very neutral eye. Look at that, Coral Cove. Isn't that pretty? So I'm gonna use Blossom Time Rose, which is beautiful as well. It just doesn't have that wow factor Coral Cove has, but I did find out that this is a good dupe for Benefit's Rockateur. If you're a fan of Rockateur from Benefit, it's got your rosy, kind of brownish or clay color. So pretty. This is like a staple that I always have. I've gone through several of these. I'm about to hit pan in this one. And as you can see, it's got like the same pinky tones with sort of like that brownie neutral base. Very, very similar. So yeah, it's a good dupe for Rockateur if you don't want to spend the money on Benefit. And I'm just going to use a Luxie brush like this. And this color and Rockateur are so perfect for warming up your face with a nice rosy tone. So it's like things aren't so bright and pink. It's just really sort of, you know, just rosy, but kind of mellow too. Like a sophisticated pink, if that makes sense. And I can use this to bronze up my whole face because I'm so fair and it's got just the right colors that make me, the way I look when the sun kisses my face, I just pink up. Put a little here, put a little there. So there's that. Okay, so for eyeliner today, we're gonna use the Milani Stay Put eyeliner. And I usually just tightline my upper lash line, but I think I'm gonna do something a little bit different today. I'm gonna do a little bit of a wing. This is, I don't know if it's waterproof or just really water resistant. I've never gotten it in the water. It does wash off fairly easily at night, but it does stay put when you use it in your waterline. So that's what I really like it for. So how do all of you feel about, I know some of you have already shared with me in the comment sections of my videos about quarantine ending and kind of going back to sort of a new sense of normal, if we ever will. You know, will you eat out at restaurants? Will you be really reluctant to go back into stores and shop and things like that? I'm just so curious how everybody's feeling about that. Okay, I've got a Milani mascara, and this is the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. That's what it's called, Highly Rated. And it's along the lines of, it's like a thickening and like a va-va-voom mascara, kind of like your Voluminous from L'Oreal. You know, like it adds volume. I could compare it to like Monsieur Big from Lancome. If you like a volumizing mascara, you'd really like this one. Some of you do not like the big spoolie brush. It does have the big fluffy spoolie brush, which is difficult at times, especially if you're using castor oil or a lash serum or just have really long eyelashes. It's kind of hard to get it in there without touching your eye makeup. So I have to put my head back like this and just put it on this way, because if I go like that, my lashes will touch, or the brush will touch. So that's my new way of putting on my mascara now that my lashes are so long from my castor oil. And so yeah, it's a new way of putting on your mascara. You just have to put it on while you're laying down. And it's a little difficult to get these baby lashes in here because, again, the brush is a beefy brush. I did wear it a couple times already. I did notice at the end of the day, I had a few little flakes of mascara down here, which I don't like at all. I'm keeping my eye on it. I'm wondering if it was just like a fluky thing or who knows. But I just wanted to tell you right off the bat that it did do a little flaking on me and I wasn't pleased. So, but I've only used it 3 times. I'll let you know if it keeps up. You know what? I will check again tonight and the next couple of days before this video goes up. I don't know when this video will go up, probably tomorrow. Actually, tonight I'll look again and leave it in the comment section. But I don't know. I would just probably stick with my L'Oreal Voluminous if it keeps doing that, because the Voluminous gives you the same kind of look and feel, but it doesn't flake at all. It doesn't smear though. That's really good. I just expect a lot out of my mascaras. There's so many good mascaras that my expectations are very high. Okay, so I think that will be it for my eyes. And for my lips, I'm gonna use a Milani product that I got a while ago. And this is called Milani Amore Matte, and mine is in the color Pretty. I hope they still sell this. I'm fairly certain they might or do. If they do, I'll link it. But I also love the Milani Color Statement lipsticks. My favorites are Dolce Carmelo and Nude Cream. And they look like this. They're just really pretty, like pinky, peachy nudes. One's a little darker than the other. I actually got these a really long time ago to share them with you on my YouTube channel, and I fell in love with them. Plus, they're 100% clean. They get like a near perfect score. I think they do get a perfect score in the Think Dirty database or the EWG Skin Deep database. But anyways, I'm going to use this. This is a long wearing matte lipstick, but I don't like to wear it as a matte. I'll show you what I do. So as you can see, it looks like a suede matte or like a velvet matte, but it does stain your lips and it looks really pretty all day. And then I just top it with the Luminoso lip gloss. And this is the Keep It Full, I think it's called, lip gloss. It's supposed to make your lips appear fuller, from Milani. I don't know if it does that, but this is like the Luminoso blush, but it's a lip gloss and it has a slight shimmer to it. It's really pretty. And I'll just throw this in my purse for the day because the matte product will pretty much stay put most of the day and I'll just need to freshen it up with the Luminoso gloss. So I love both of those products very much. Let me just take my hair down. I do like that my bangs are officially grown out now, and now whatever I want to do with my hair, I can do it all one length. I've never ever achieved this before where I've grown my bangs out completely. So this is a big accomplishment for me, and I've thought about cutting them so many times, but I actually did it. So I'm going to try to not look at any pictures of ladies with really cute bangs for a long time because I don't want to get tempted. Okay, so this is the finished look. All Milani, all affordable. I get my Milani products at CVS or Target. You can get them online too at the Milani website or just wherever Milani products are sold. But anyway, I love Milani, and I think it's just a really fresh and pretty look for summertime. Thank you for spending some time with me, and I hope you have a very blessed and beautiful day. I'll see you next time.